You put so much work into making your hotel amazing. Every little detail you think about it, and then you see that new place down the street. They always seem to be full. And you're sitting there like, why aren't guests booking with me?
Yeah, it's a question that a lot of hotel owners ask themselves.
It really is. And it might be something you haven't even considered. So today we're going to deep dive into mistake number 10 from Arun Kumar Raman's blog series, 50 Mistakes, Why Most Hotels Fail, and How You Can Succeed.
Okay.
And it's all about competitor analysis, or really the lack of it.
Right.
Arun is an expert in the hospitality industry, and he says that ignoring your competition could be what's holding your hotel back from real success.
Yeah, it's so important to understand the competitive landscape in any business, especially in hospitality.
So have you ever thought about why some hotels seem to be booked all the time, while others are struggling even if they have a great location or amenities?
Well, one of the biggest reasons could be that they're not paying attention to what their competitors are doing.
So in this deep dive, we're going to take a close look at why competitor analysis is so important and how you can use it to make your hotel thrive.
Sounds good.
So let's start with the problem. Arun points out 3 big things that happen when you don't pay attention to your competition. You miss market trends, you have pricing problems, and you lose visibility. Let's break those down a little.
Okay.
So first up, missing market trends. What do you think about when you think about that?
Well, guest preferences, they're always changing. Especially in India, the industry is constantly evolving.
Right, and especially now with the internet and, more people are traveling.
Right, exactly.
So it's like what travelers wanted even just a couple years ago might be completely different now.
Absolutely. Like maybe people are now really interested in sustainable tourism or they want to have those unique local experiences.
Yeah, like they want to really experience India.
Exactly. And if you don't know what your competitors are doing to keep up with these trends, you risk being left behind.
Yeah, it's like showing up to a party in last year's fashion. You just don't fit in. So on to the next one, pricing problems. Pricing is a tough thing to get right.
Oh, it really is.
You want to make sure your rates are attractive, so guests will book with you. But you also need to make sure you're making money.
Yeah, it's all about finding that balance.
Right. And if you don't know what your competitors are charging, you can end up in trouble.
Exactly. You could be overpricing your rooms and scaring potential guests away.
Or you could be underpricing and missing out on revenue.
Right. You're leaving money on the table.
Exactly. And finally, the third problem, lost visibility.
Yeah.
In India, there's so much competition in the hotel industry. It's really important to stand out.
It really is.
But if your competitors are using really smart marketing strategies or offering something really unique and special, they're going to be the ones who get noticed.
Yeah, they're going to grab the attention of potential guests, and you might just blend into the background.
It's like having this amazing Diwali display, but it's hidden in a dark alley.
Yeah.
No one's going to see it.
Exactly. So ignoring these 3 problems, they can really affect your hotel in a lot of ways.
Absolutely. Arun mentions fewer guests, revenue loss, and even damage to your hotel's reputation.
Yeah, think about it. If people aren't choosing your hotel, you have fewer guests, which means less money coming in.
Right. And then you can't invest back into the hotel.
Exactly. And then your reputation can start to suffer too. People talk, especially online, bad reviews, they can really hurt your business.
So Arun gives this great example in his blog.
Oh, yeah.
He talks about a boutique hotel in Udaipur.
Okay.
This city is famous for its beautiful palaces and rich heritage.
It's a stunning place.
And the owner of this hotel really believed that the hotel's heritage and charm were enough to attract guests.
That makes sense. It's Udaipur.
Right. But even in a place like that, you can't ignore your competition.
Absolutely.
The hotel owner didn't really look at what other hotels were doing. And it turns out his competitors were offering things that travelers really wanted.
What kind of things?
Things like special tours guided by locals, Instagram-worthy experiences, and they were even adjusting their prices to stay competitive.
So they were appealing to a more modern traveler.
Exactly. They were giving guests that unique and authentic experience that people were looking for.
Right.
And this hotel owner was missing out.
So what happened?
Well, at first he wasn't so keen on changing things up.
Really?
He really thought that heritage charm was enough.
Oh.
But then bookings started to drop, and guests were leaving reviews mentioning the lack of modern amenities and experiences.
Ouch.
Yeah. And that's when he realized he needed to adapt.
So he decided to try competitor analysis.
He did. He started researching other hotels in the area, really looking at their websites, their social media, their reviews, and he even went to industry events and started talking to other hotel owners.
So he was trying to get a sense of the latest trends and what was working for other hotels.
Exactly. He realized that he needed to offer more than just heritage charm.
Right.
He needed to create those experiences that modern travelers are craving.
So what did he do?
So he made some changes. He started offering guided local tours with really knowledgeable guides who could show guests those hidden gems of the city.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and he partnered with local artists to offer workshops and cultural experiences.
So he was really bringing in that local flavor.
Exactly. And he even updated the hotel decor, giving it a more modern look while still keeping those traditional elements.
So he was creating a more stylish and Instagrammable space.
Exactly. And he even changed up his pricing.
Oh, so.
He started offering different packages and discounts to make his hotel more competitive.
It sounds like he really embraced the idea of competitor analysis.
He did. And the results were amazing. In just 6 months, his bookings went up by 30%.
Wow, that's impressive.
It is. And guests started leaving glowing reviews, praising the unique offerings and the personalized service.
So this is a real-world example of how understanding your competition can lead to real positive change.
It really is.
Yeah,
It's all about turning those challenges into opportunities and making sure your hotel can thrive.
I like that.
And that's exactly what we're going to dive into in the next part of our deep dive.
Okay, I'm ready.
We'll take a look at the 4 steps of competitor analysis that Arun outlines in his blog. And we'll talk about how you can use these steps to make your hotel even better.
Sounds good. I'm looking forward to it.
So that Udaipur hotel story is pretty inspiring. It shows that even if you think you're doing everything right, there's always something to learn and ways to improve.
It is inspiring. And I think what's important is that Arun doesn't say you should just copy your competition.
Right.
It's about understanding them, learning from what they're doing, and then finding your own path to success.
Okay, so we know that competitor analysis is important, but how do we actually do it? Arun talks about 4 key steps in his blog.
Yeah.
Where do we even start?
Well, first step is to really research your competitors online.
Online.
Yeah, and I'm not just talking about looking at their website.
Okay.
You need to dig deeper. Look at their social media, their Google business profile, and pay close attention to their reviews.
See, that's what I think might make hotel owners hesitant. Like, that sounds like a lot of work.
It can be, but think of it like a treasure hunt.
A treasure hunt.
Yeah. You're searching for clues that can give you a competitive edge.
Okay, so what kind of clues are we looking for in those online reviews?
You want to see what people are saying?
Right.
What are they praising about your competitors?
Okay.
Is it the service, the amenities, the location?
What about the negative reviews? Do we look at those too?
Absolutely. Those can be really valuable too. They can show you where your competitors are falling short.
Oh, so we can learn from their mistakes.
Exactly. You can see what not to do and find opportunities to offer something better.
So it's like getting a sneak peek at their game plan.
Exactly. Now, the second step is keeping track of pricing trends.
Pricing.
Yeah, this is especially important in India, where prices can change a lot depending on the time of year demand and even local events.
So we should be checking our competitors' websites all the time for their latest rates.
Well, that's a start. But you also need to look at what kind of deals and packages they're offering. Are they doing any discounts for certain seasons? Are they using dynamic pricing where rates change based on demand?
That sounds a little complicated.
It can be. But there are tools and resources out there that can help. Even a basic understanding of how your competitors are handling pricing can be really helpful.
Okay, so once we know what they're charging, how do we use that information?
Well, you want to make sure your prices are competitive, but you also don't want to undersell yourself and lose money.
Right, it's a balancing act.
It is. Maybe you'll notice that your competitors are always offering lower prices during the off-season.
And that's where we're not getting bookings.
Right. Or maybe they have attractive packages that include things like local tours and experiences.
Which we could offer too.
Exactly. It's all about using this information to make smart decisions about your own pricing.
So we've covered online research and pricing. What's the third step?
The third step is to figure out what makes your competitors unique. What are they offering that you're not?
This is where we get to be creative.
Exactly. This is where you can find inspiration and come up with new ideas to make your hotel stand out.
So look at what kind of special experiences they're offering.
Yeah. Are they targeting specific types of guests, like families or honeymooners?
Maybe they've partnered with local businesses to offer unique tours or activities.
Yeah, like cooking classes or art walks.
These are the things that can really make a hotel memorable, especially in India, where travelers are looking for authentic experiences.
Exactly.
But we don't want to just copy our competitors, right?
No. You need to take those ideas and adapt them to fit your hotel and your target audience.
So if a competitor is offering yoga retreats,
Right.
maybe we could offer in-room spa treatments or partner with a local yoga studio for discounted classes.
Exactly. It's about finding your own niche and creating something special.
Okay, and Arun's fourth step is about learning from reviews.
Yes,
But we already talked about reviews, didn't we?
we did.
Yeah.
But this time we're focusing on the positive reviews.
Uh-huh.
Look at what guests are consistently praising about your competitors.
What are they raving about?
Exactly. What parts of their experience really stood out to them? Maybe it was the amazing service or the thoughtful amenities.
Or maybe it was something simple, like a great breakfast or a beautiful view.
Right. These little details can be really helpful in understanding what guests value. And then you can find ways to offer those same things or even better in your hotel.
It's all about creating those wow moments that guests will remember and tell their friends about.
Exactly. And don't forget, learning from reviews isn't just about finding things to improve. It's also about seeing what your competitors are doing well.
Okay.
It's about healthy competition.
Yeah.
We can all learn from each other and make the hotel industry in India even better.
I like that. Now, I know a lot of hotel owners might be listening and thinking, okay, this sounds great, but I'm just one small hotel.
Huh.
How can I compete with those big chains with all their resources?
That's a common concern. But Arun actually says that competitor analysis can be even more important for smaller hotels. Yeah, the big chains have their brand recognition and their marketing budgets.
Right.
But smaller hotels have something they don't. We're more agile.
Yeah, we can adapt to changes more quickly and offer more personalized experiences.
Exactly. And competitor analysis can help us find those opportunities where we can really shine.
So instead of trying to do everything,
Yeah,
we can focus on what we're good at and become the best at it.
that's right. Now, we've talked a lot about the benefits of competitor analysis, but it's important to remember that it's not a magic solution.
Right.
It's not a one-time thing that will fix all your problems.
It's a process.
It is. It's something you need to keep doing and make it a part of your overall strategy.
And that's what we'll talk about in the next part of our deep dive.
Yeah.
We'll look at how to make competitor analysis a regular habit and how to use those insights to get real results for your hotel.
Sounds good.
So we've talked about why it's important and we've talked about how to do it. But I think the hardest part is actually using what we learn.
You're right. It's one thing to gather all this information, but it's another thing to actually put it to work and improve your hotel.
Exactly. So how do we make that happen? How do we turn those insights into action?
Well, Arun says the first step is to figure out what you need to improve. What are your competitors doing well that you're not? What are you missing?
So it's about really looking at your hotel from your competitor's point of view.
Exactly. Like maybe they all offer free airport pickup and you don't.
Right.
Or maybe they've partnered with local tour companies to create those special experiences that travelers are looking for.
And it could even be something small, like how they've decorated their lobby or what kind of welcome gifts they give guests.
Right. It's all about the details, those little things that can make a big difference.
Okay, so once you've figured out what you need to improve, what's next?
Then it's time to get creative and come up with solutions.
Okay.
How can you fill those gaps and create something even better? Don't be afraid to think outside the box.
So maybe we can't offer free airport pickup, but maybe we could partner with a taxi service and offer our guests a discount.
Exactly. Or maybe you could start a shuttle service that takes guests to popular places in the city.
And what about those unique experiences? If competitors are offering cooking classes, maybe we could partner with a local chef.
Yeah, and create a special dining experience that really showcases our region's cuisine.
Or maybe we could offer guided tours that highlight our local culture.
It's all about finding ways to make your hotel stand out and create those memorable experiences for guests.
And remember, it doesn't have to be a huge change. Sometimes those small improvements can make a big difference over time.
Absolutely. You don't have to do everything at once. Just start with a few key changes and build from there.
So we make those changes.
Yeah.
But how do we know if they're working?
You need to track your progress. Are you seeing more bookings? Are guest reviews getting better? Are you making more money?
Right.
Use that data to see if your efforts are paying off and make adjustments as needed.
So it's not just a one-time thing. It's a continuous process.
Exactly. It's about constantly checking in, refining your strategies, and staying ahead of the game.
Okay, so how do we make competitor analysis a regular habit?
You need to find a system that works for you and make it part of your routine.
Okay.
Maybe set aside some time each week to look at your competitors' websites and social media.
Or set up alerts so you know when they're doing something new.
There are also tools that can help you track pricing and monitor reviews.
It's about finding what works for you and making sure you stay informed.
Exactly. So as we wrap up our deep dive into what Arun Kumar Raman has to say about competitor analysis, I want to leave you with one final thought.
Okay.
Don't be afraid to ask for help. There are so many resources and communities out there to support you.
That's true.
Connect with other hotel owners, share your experiences, learn from each other.
It's amazing how much you can learn from people who are going through the same things as you.
And remember, in this industry, your competitors aren't your enemies. They're your colleagues. We're all in this together. And by embracing competitor analysis, we can all make the hospitality industry in India even better.
I like that. So to wrap things up today, we've learned that understanding your competition is crucial for success in the hotel industry, especially here in India.
It's not about copying them. It's about learning from them and finding your own path to offering amazing guest experiences.
And remember, even small changes can make a big difference.
Absolutely. So keep learning, keep innovating, and keep those guests coming back for more.
Thanks for joining us for this deep dive into competitor analysis. We hope you found it valuable.
And we hope you'll join us again next time for another insightful discussion on how to make your hotel the best it can be.